Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. If we've not met before, I'm Jay and welcome to this week's Momo. Now if you're sitting there thinking, what's a Momo? Essentially Momo stands for Motivational Monday, but depending on what day you're watching this, it can also be motivational moments, and I like to think of it as a little motivational message. This week I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I've been thinking about something that a lot of people don't really talk about, and that is, what to do when life just doesn't seem to be giving you a break, and what to do when generally you don't feel okay. So, when you're low, things are getting on top of you, small things that you can do to make yourself feel a bit better. Now, as women, I know that a lot of us carry this image of being super strong and unflappable, and we live in an era where if you look on Facebook, everyone's like, look at my perfect marriage, look at my wonderful husband, look at my great children, and everyone seems to have it all together. The first thing I want to say to you is that it's okay to not be okay. We live in a society where everything has to look to be perfect, but actually life isn't perfect. Life is a series of peaks and valleys, and also life is a series of seasons, and so I don't do it anymore. I used to look at people and be like, wow, her husband loves her so much, or her job must be so great, and I've stopped envying people, because you don't know what that person or what season that person has gone through to get to where they are. And also, behind closed doors, you don't know what that person is going through rather. And so what I do now, and the things that I'm focusing on now, are just cultivating myself and actually growing and learning within my season. So my first tip of advice to you is to water your own grass. Now, what does that mean? What I mean by that is, we always look around and think, oh, the grass is always greener on the other side. Let me tell you something. If the grass is looking green, it's because someone is watering it and tending to it. And so, cultivate your own grass. If you're not necessarily academic, but you're great with your hands, you can do hair, you can sew, you make amazing cupcakes, you're gifted in other ways, then cultivate those gifts and grow what you can, grow what you're good at, build on the things that you enjoy, and cultivate your grass. Because it's only by doing those things and getting that validation and that affirmation that you can actually grow. So look at yourself and think, fine, for those of you thinking I want a relationship, if you were introduced to you, would you want to date yourself? If the answer is no, then think about the things that you can change to become the kind of person you want to be around. The second thing that I'll say to you is, if there are people in your life who are pulling you down, then cut them out. A lot of the time we make other people responsible for our happiness. If only my ex hadn't done me so wrong, if only my parents had loved me and supported me more, if only that person had done this for me when I needed it, then I wouldn't be in this situation. A lot of power that we have, we give away, and we give other people the power over us, or the power to make us happy. You live your choices. Okay, so we need to get out of this thing of thinking what was done to us, what wasn't done for us, and we need to think about what we can do for ourselves. You live your choices, and people will only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. So if you've got these negative friends or family members where you're going to see them and end up fighting and all sorts, then just remove yourself from the equation, stay away from those kind of people, and give yourself freedom and peace. My next point is just about seeking help. Now, a lot of us are very proud people. I remember once I went through a very, very dark time, and it was just a hard time. I'd gone through a horrible breakup. I just felt so frustrated, and so I picked up the phone and I phoned Samaritans. And in that moment, I wasn't suicidal or anything like that, but I just needed to speak to someone, and to speak to someone who's not a friend or someone who you think, oh, they might judge me for feeling a certain way. Reach out and seek help. It doesn't always have to be a helpline. It could also be a friend. I've got friends that I've reconnected with now who I last spoke to in primary school, but through Facebook and other forums we've connected, and these have become some of the most important relationships in terms of support and growth. Another thing I'd encourage you to do is, again, get out of your comfort zone. Meet new people and meet people who like the same things that you like. So a lot of the times people are in a rut and they're like, the people I know are so boring. We're in this situation where nothing is changing. Everything is the same. Make new friends, get out of there and move out of the comfort zone. And one of the ways I found to do that was to join a site called meetup.com. And basically, if I like art and another person likes art, we can organize a meetup. And so it's a great way to meet 20, 30 people, depending on the size of the meetup, who are into the same things that you are. A lot of the meetups are very friendly, some of them are free, so you get to meet people in your area with same interests without having to spend a terrible, huge amount of money or make yourself particularly uncomfortable. The last thing I'd say to you is actually get moving. So a little while ago, I remember my sister actually got diagnosed with cancer, and that was really the toughest time that I've ever gone through. But through that time, what I started doing was I actually started doing some boxing. And if you've seen my videos, you know I love a bit of boxing. But for me, it's a great way to release that stress. It's a great way to tire myself out so I can manage to sleep at night. And it's a great way to clear my mind. You also feel a real sense of accomplishment having done it, to kind of say, yeah, I got moving, I managed to do it, I managed to box, and I feel great. So these are just a few small tips in terms of things that you can do to try and pull yourself out of that rut. Don't be afraid to say yes, guys. A lot of us are in a situation where we say no. It's so easy to say, no, I'm not going to put myself in that situation. No, I'm not going there. No, I don't like those people. No. No, no, no to everything. Sometimes you just have to say yes. You owe it to yourself. I'm in a situation where now I live in Johannesburg, South Africa through my job. A job that has enabled me to visit, I think, about 19 if not 20 countries, somewhere around there. And all of this came about by me saying yes to myself, sending my CV out, going for that interview, and now I'm living a life that I never ever imagined I could live. So sometimes we have to say yes. Say yes, guys, to new things, new experiences. Say yes to trying to pull yourself out of that rut. And when you do, I promise you, you'll feel so much better. But hopefully this has encouraged someone. If no one has told you in a long time, I'd like to tell you that I'm proud of you, that you can do it. You are capable of amazing things. It will get better. It'll pass. And this pain or frustration that you feel won't last forever. But hopefully that's encouraged someone. I'll see you guys with the next Momo. Please like, comment, subscribe. Any other ideas or tips or things that you do to make yourself feel better, put them in the comments below, and maybe you can help somebody. And let me know, more Momo or no Momo, what do you think? See you guys in the next video. Hope you have an awesome week. Bye-bye.